Alright guys, I should be live and I hope everything is working correctly with this. I am doing an impromptu live stream today because a new graphics card has just launched. I have one of them right here. This is the new AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT. It just launched today. Just the XT version. We're not seeing the 5500s out there yet, although some of them have been spotted in the wild. It's available in a 4 gig version like the one I have today that I'm going to be testing, and you can also get it for 8 gigs. And some reviews have already been popping up about this, and just so you guys know, today I'm going to be doing live gameplay testing at 1080p. But I have already gone over some of the reviews for this, so I wanted to give a quick synopsis, basically boiling down the reviews I have read so far. The 5500 XT 8 gig version costs $200 MSRP. 5500 XT 4 gig version costs $170 MSRP, and the consensus is it's a little bit overpriced. It's not quite worth it for the money, especially when you compare NVIDIA's GTX 1660, which is currently available for $200, or the more recently launched 1650 Super, which is generally available for around $160. The 5500 XT 4 gig or 8 gig version are just sort of slotting in right between those two cards. The 1660 can be a bit faster. And then the other weird thing is that the 5500 XT is actually coming in right in between the last gen cards, the RX 580 and RX 590. The RX 590 8 gig is generally a bit faster. RX 580 8 gig is generally a little bit slower. The upside is that it's way more power efficient. So power draw is generally going to be between 50 and 100 watts less compared to those cards, depending on the configurations you're running and everything like that. Now, a quick word of warning, this is a live stream. I am not able to edit or cut or anything like that, so there's gonna be a bit of downtime from time to time as I jump in between different games. I do have chat up here, so I will be referencing chat. We're getting bass feedback. Mic isn't picking up. People are saying that the audio is fine. Well, I'm getting various responses for that, so I apologize if there's bass feedback. I'll keep monitoring that as we go on. All right, people saying that it's fine, so I'm gonna believe them. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to bring up before I jump into the actual gameplay. We're using the latest Radeon Adrenalin drivers that were launched today, 19.12.2, and I'm playing on my AMD test bed, which features a Gigabyte X570 Aorus Master motherboard, and right now an R9 3900X, which is AMD's 12-core. There's light static. I apologize for the light static, but we're gonna have to deal with it for now because I don't think I have time to troubleshoot that on the fly. And as long as it's passable, that's okay. Cool. And a lot of people are saying it's not just fine. So thanks for the feedback in chat, you guys. Meanwhile, the 4 games I'm going to be testing today are Apex Legends, then Borderlands 3, then we got Red Dead Redemption 2, and then we got Overwatch. I am playing on a separate monitor and a separate system. The stream that you're watching right now is being streamed on a separate system, so you should be getting pretty much a view of what the 5500 XT 4 gig is going to perform like in this configuration. I'm trying to give it a pretty good shot at performing well. I'm going to be showing some performance numbers on screen so you guys can watch them along with it. And yeah, there we go. I did want to show you guys the actual card I'm testing today. Since it's installed in the system, I can only show you the retail box right here, but I do have the manufacturer's website from Sapphire pulled up. This is the Pulse RX 5500 XT 4 gig. They are using GDDR6 this time around, but it is limited to a 128-bit bus, and again available with 4 gigs or 8 gigs. And while the 4 gig model is more cost effective, you have to kind of be asking yourself, man, 4 gigs in 2019, I don't know, it still seems a little bit on the low side. It's 1408 stream processors though, supports 4K, and there's other specs and whatnot. It is based on 7 nanometer manufacturing technology, just as the 5700 and 5700 XT are as well. So there we go. I am going to be listening to the game, and you guys should be able to hear the game too. I believe I have it piped through properly. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up my Apex Legends and ready up here. And I should also switch over so you guys can see what the heck is going on as well. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so in the top left corner you can see stats for the 3900X CPU, just the frequency it's running at. That's just a single core, and I tried to pull there's like 2 cores on every 3900X that seem to run the fastest, so I tried to pull the one that was OCing the most. It's running between 3.6 and I guess 4.35. I think it hit 4.6 gigahertz max, but that's temporary. Below that, you can see the RX 5700 XT's stats. We've got the temperature, the fan speed, and the core frequency. Bear in mind that AMD warned us that the core frequency reporting for a lot of the software was not accurate, not affecting gameplay or anything like that, but take that information with a grain of salt. It is running at what looks to be the same boost clocks that Sapphire listed on the website, which is 1845 megahertz for the boost clock for this card. So that seems to be right around within the range, between 1800 and 1850. Below that, we have the GPU memory usage, and bear in mind that's the allocated memory on the right, and then the actual memory bus usage on the left. So those numbers won't always be exactly the same. And then, of course, below that, we have the frame rate, and that should be a nice selection of information for you guys to check out as I go through and play. You can see how it actually performs. Yeah. Oh, look, the game's ready. Perfect. And hello, everyone, once again in chat, if you guys are just joining me. Sorry for the lack of prior notice for this stream. You know, it's been a busy past few weeks, and after the charity live stream, I was like, man, that's fun to game, stream, and all that good stuff. So this is not going to be as much like let's have fun time with that. Oh, I guess I'm Gibraltar. This is not going to be as much about having fun. I'm just going to try to play each game for maybe 10 to 20 minutes, give or take, depending on how fast the games go and everything. Just enough to give a little sampling of what the frame rate is like. By the way, max frame rate right now is capped off at 144 FPS. This is a 240 hertz monitor, but I'm using a pass-through over here, and it wouldn't let me get to 240, and I needed to get the stream started. Also, I'm enjoying a frosty beverage because it's afternoon. I should also, alright, I'm not Jump Master. I should show you the settings I'm currently playing with on the video side of things. Windowed borderless mode, 1080. VSync is disabled, and basically we are using the high settings for the most part. AF16X, everything else set to high for now. Alright. And I hope I remember how to play this game. I should know exactly how to play because I just played it the other day. And I already have a P2020, so I mean that's nice, right? Initial frame rate was in the 90s, up to 100 now. Ooh, look, a helmet, that's useful. Ooh, shield battery. Shields are nice there too. I will try to warn you guys if there's any incoming dog barking or anything like that. At some point my wife will be coming home and the dogs are gonna bark. So I'll try to let you guys know when that happens. What's going on over here? Okay. Anyway. This is certainly playable. And part of the reason I'm playing at 1080 is because I feel like oh, am I being shot at? Part of the reason I'm playing at 1080 here. Oh, cool. Look, we're winning. Door is blocked. Didn't know that could happen. Part of the reason I'm playing at 1080 is because I think a very popular frame. Well, I mean, it's a very widely used frame rate, and also. Cool. Also, something that I think a lot of people are doing when they're trying to delve into the higher frame rate gameplay, 120 hertz, 144 hertz monitors, even 240 hertz now. So a lot of people are not necessarily going for high resolution; they're going for faster refresh rates, and I think that's pretty viable. Getting shot at. Okay. CPU temperature is pretty chilly right now. That's right. This one's being cooled by the Kraken X62. This is the same test bed configuration that I had for all the recent tests I did with the 3950X and everything. So it's a good system for sure. It's often the case if you're testing graphics cards, you use high-end hardware otherwise in order to remove other bottlenecks. Some people are like, oh, well, that's impractical to pair like a 3900X with a graphics card that costs $170. And that it's true in some sense. In a lot of ways, it's not necessarily something you'd recommend people go out and buy. But the idea there is to say, all right, in the best case scenario, how can this graphics card perform? Of course, if I was going all out there, I would probably be using the 9900KS rather than the 3900X, but honestly, their performance is within a few percentage points of each other anyway, so it shouldn't be. Shut it, guy. Yeah, run away. I died. Okay, well that was quick. See, I should pay more attention rather than trying to talk to you guys, but point being, we still have a chance here because my banner might be recovered, and I think Signal Exception is obviously a champion player who... No, never mind, our squad was eliminated. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, well... And I think that is probably enough for Apex Legends, since it's not necessarily a game I'm all that great at. And since I was originally planning to give myself a little bit more time to game today, but I actually have a little bit less time than necessary. I was going to try to give about a half an hour per game, but for some games that I get into, get a sense of what we're doing, and then I think we can move on. I think I will just move on in order to not make this video too terribly long. What's next? Borderlands 3. Hurrah. Give me just a moment to load that up. And I did go ahead and preload all the games and even like load up into each game, since first time loading can sometimes be an issue with that. But I should be able to get in Borderlands 3 within a few minutes here. A 3800X is suffering high temps. I'm sorry about that. It's not a good situation. You should check your CPU mount. Okay, here's Borderlands 3. You gotta be kidding me, there's an update. I loaded Borderlands 3 literally a half an hour ago. I was like, I want everything to be ready, perfectly ready to go for this stream, and now it is updating. What horrible timing is that? Gosh. Hey, what's up, chat? Thanks to all the people who are jumping in and saying hello. People who are asking me about the giveaway. We had actually three giveaway systems that we were giving away for the charity live stream that we did on Saturday. Those did just end, like, I think about an hour ago. Winners have not been picked yet, though, but we'll do that within the next, I don't know. We'll do that within the next day or two, and we'll announce them on Twitter and all that good stuff. I guess I should just let Borderlands 3 update and see if I can play Red Dead Redemption 2 instead, because no one wants to wait for that. It's at 30% right now. It doesn't seem to be like a huge update or anything like that, but see, I thought I was being all planning ahead and everything, because sometimes you can get a game installed and the client or whatever can be like, all right, it's installed and ready to play, but then you actually hit play and then it's like, oh, it's got to download some DirectX runtime or something like that. And I did that, but then Borderlands decided to do an update anyway. I am planning to, I should have said this at the very beginning of the video, but my plan is to go back once this live stream is over and insert timestamps, so anyone who is just interested in the performance for a single game can just jump ahead to that if necessary. Unfortunately, I'm only playing the games that I said I was going to play. Nothing else is loaded and ready. I tried to choose a selection of games that I am kind of interested in playing myself, are relatively new games, or relatively popular games, and Overwatch. No, Overwatch is also a relatively popular game, but I'm playing it because Overwatch is probably the game I feel like I can carry my weight the best in, so that's what I'm going for there. My internet speed is, I have fiber, so it's as fast as they want to make it, basically. But right now, I think I have 150 both ways, which is good. Could be better. At some point, I'm gonna tweet to my internet service provider and demand that they just upgrade me because I'm special. I don't know. We'll see if that works. And yes, I am enjoying a frosty beverage because I'm playing video games and it's after noon, so it seemed appropriate. Alright, Red Dead Redemption is loading up. Taking its sweet time, of course, with that. Not that Rockstar games ever take a long time to load or anything like that. TechieTube, the 5500 XT, my my analysis so far has gone as far as watching a couple of the other reviews that went out on it this morning, primarily Gamers Nexus and Hardware Unboxed. And both of their reviews, by the way, are linked in the video's description if you guys want to check those out if you haven't watched them already. They're doing much more traditional reviews with charts and everything that give performance comparisons to other graphics cards, and they're probably maybe a little bit more useful for you than this video is, depending on whether or not you're really interested in the performance in one of these specific games. But yeah, the general consensus is it's not super exciting of a launch because they are not performing that well compared to RX 580 and RX 590. The 8 gig version at least kind of is not always as fast as the RX 590, so that's a little bit disappointing. Let me skip these intro parts. I swear I've skipped these intro parts on Red Dead so many times now. I keep not playing the game long enough to get far enough to create a save point that will that will get me past all these. So we'll get to that in just a minute. Yeah, so these are kind of replacing, it seems like, the RX 580 and the RX 590. I'm sure those will still be around for a while, and they are much more power efficient, so that should be mentioned. If you're comparing the performance of these to an RX 580 or an RX 590, and you're like, wow, it's new, but it's kind of lackluster performance-wise, a lot of that has to do with the memory configuration that it has going on and the fewer stream processors. It's got 40% fewer stream processors than the 5700 and 5700 XT, so you're gonna get less performance there, combined with other factors that went into how they configured the hardware. But all right, we are now into Red Dead Redemption. Thank goodness. Let me go ahead and show you guys the settings for this. In the display, we are using this is I want video, not display. Graphics. I'm sorry, graphics, not display. What is this resolution? How did that happen? Oh, and I guess I can only do 120 for the refresh rate. VSync should not be on. We can leave all that on, and we're just gonna leave this quality preset to ultra for now, and give it a moment while the Elgato refreshes with the updated. There we go. Okay, that's better. 1080, not 900 or whatever the heck it was trying to do for us. And initially here we are getting 45 frames per second, which is playable. Not necessarily what you'd want if you're playing at a 1080 on a 1080 60 hertz monitor. You want to be getting 60 or probably above 60 so that dips don't cause you to trigger VSync options. Granted, you know, we're in a wintry scene right now. There's a lot going on with clouds and occluded stuff in the background and lighting through the clouds. So I mean, that's one thing I liked when I first loaded up Red Dead Redemption. I like that they start you in this sort of weather scene. Oh, we gotta slow down the horse over the bridge. Is that the trick? Anyway, do a little canter, or I don't know how horses ride. Yeah, dipping down into the 30s, mid to low 30s. You know, again, seems just fine, I guess, if you're used to playing on consoles, but we're trying to do PC gaming here. Yeah. Alright. So this is just the beginning part of the game, obviously, and I'm only going to be able to show you as far as I can play here. And I'll try to keep this going for, we'll give it 10 minutes or so, just to see if we can get to... Oh wait, I gotta talk to Dutch. Was it a trap?
Hey, I think I see something up the path.
Is it a trap? I always think everyone should be a trap. Everything is a trap. That's why I'm still alive. Ooh, cutscene. That's exciting.
Who's there?
Okay, 900p is probably what the Xbox runs at. Maybe that's why it defaulted to that. 1660 Ti is viable, but you gotta be able to find a good price on those. That's what I was looking for around the Black Friday time frame, and just the prices weren't dipping that much. But I did notice that the 1660, which was selling for over $200, suddenly now you can find for 200 bucks a lot more easily, and I think it's because of these cards launching. So if these are helping to hold down the prices of Nvidia cards a little bit, then I think they're at least doing that job and making sure that you can find your 1660 for actually 200 bucks and not a marked up version or something like that. Man, I'm missing a lot of dialogue and stuff here, so I hope none of it's important to the actual game. Yeah. We're not on low settings, but thanks for bringing that up. That's probably something that we could switch up here and see if we can give ourselves some more frames. We're on ultra settings right now, so let's switch to medium, and we will just see what happens. You gotta restart? No, I don't want to do that. Yes, I want to keep the settings, but I don't want to restart yet. Alright, do you guys think I should restart? Let's just go with the medium settings and see what happens. Medium settings without a restart. We're still... We've got about 10 more frames now. 10 more frames. Ooh, somebody got a 3960X. Congrats, Randy. That's a real nice upgrade. Alright. We will be switching soon to Borderlands 3. That should hopefully be finished updating in the background pretty soon. Good price for 1660 Ti, 250 bucks. Chances are you're going to be paying closer to 300 though. I think they're in the 270, 280 range. Because, you know, you got the 1660 Super in there now too, so that's confusing. I got to talk to Micah. Are you sure about this, Micah? I knew what he was going to say.
I never thought I would be so pleased to see your face.
Alright, people want to restart, so let's go ahead and try that real quick. Actually, if I restart, I'm going to have to restart from the beginning of all of this, so never mind. I don't want to do that. I keep remembering that I keep playing through this part over and over again because I'm not getting to a save point. And then when I restart the game, I have to go through all of this dialogue and early stuff again. What's up ahead? Oh, here we go. Cool. Another cutscene. Hurrah! 10 more FPS. Again, guys, remember, it did not let... I didn't restart, so there's some graphics settings from switching down to medium that did not take effect, and that probably would change up the frame rate a little bit more. And it is noticeably improved frame rate wise going down to medium, and I would say graphics quality wise as well. I'm not noticing a huge difference, although I'm not necessarily doing a switching back and forth A to B sort of type thing. Oh, hitching posts. Supposed to go slow. Is this the hitching posts? Hold E to hitch my horse. I'm gonna hitch my horse. I'm all about hitching that horse. It's exciting.
Let me do the talking. We don't want to scare
Restart is only for one set. Yeah, like a shadows effect or something. It was the same with Grand Theft Auto 5 all the time. It's kind of annoying.
Someone's having fun in there.
Yeah, if I have a complaint about GTA 5, it's demanding that it restarts the game all the time, and GTA 5 always takes like several minutes to restart. All right. Low might be best for this card. I mean, it's just going to depend on what game you're playing and everything. I will note that we are using a pretty significant chunk of the memory available. It's about 3.4 gigabytes. Again, the GPU memory reporting for software reporting like this is not that accurate. It can be pretty ballpark sometimes, so bear that in mind. I would look more at the megabytes value than the percentage right now. Oh, I gotta go to the shed. Wait. Oh, I gotta go to the shed and take cover. I should pay attention to what he's telling me. I like the map thing they have. It's not quite as accurate as like the GTA 5 map, which is because it's I press Q to take cover. All right, groovy. I'm sure nothing important's gonna happen here.
Hello?
Yeah, guys, no winners drawn for the giveaways just yet. They just ended, so we're gonna have a chance to draw winners and contact them. And usually we draw winners, contact them, and then announce that, and then we'll announce when the winners have replied and confirmed.
Gentlemen.
We can't help you, mister.
I got folks.
Arthur,
Dying on the trail.
Arthur, we got a problem.
What's the problem?
There's a corpse right here.
Oh, there's a corpse.
I just
Arthur,
need some
there's a body.
food.
Body in the wagon. Oh, this is intense.
Keep your eyes on Dutch.
What's going on?
I think you should go now, buddy.
Oh. Hold tab to show the weapon wheel. Alright, let's go ahead and get up the big iron.
I ain't asking
Okay.
for much. Please. I am kind of
Going for a
desperate.
headshot here.
Hey,
Get the guy in the door.
I don't believe it. Come here, partner. Come here.
Should I just shoot him? I guess I just shoot him.
It's got. Yeah, look out! There's more to bastard.
Headshots everywhere. Headshot.
There's another one shooting from the window.
Shooting from the window. Where? There, headshot. Where'd you come from? Takes a while to for the 6-shooter. Okay. Yeah, climb. Run away. Gotta shoot him down. Got him. He's not getting away. Okay. Beautiful. I have not played Overwatch yet. I'm going to play Overwatch last, so I can end on hopefully a positive note and feel like, yeah, I can play games occasionally. Man, the snow effects in this are pretty awesome, I must say. It's pretty cool. Alright. Did the game save? Because that's what I've been looking for. Is the game actually saving? Which I don't think it's done yet. Hold R to pick up items.
Smells like a party in here.
Ooh.
Turn the place upside down. Grab as many supplies as you can. We need the essentials. Food, medicine.
I reloaded. Okay. Alright. I think I should switch to a different game. Or let me see if I can. Let me see if I quit. If I pass the save point, if it will let me load back to the same spot, and then we can take a quick look at the frame rate with the reloaded with the medium settings taking effect. I hope that helps. Cool. Thanks for the suggestions in chat for who I should be shooting. I made it through that first entry firefight. Okay, I feel like, so I'm feeling positive. Feeling good about that. Yeah. Alright. Red Dead Redemption has reloaded. Here it comes. Still loading. I need to get better at talking through the downtime here. Thanks again to everyone who is joining live. Again, I am just doing some live gameplay testing of the Radeon RX 5500 XT. I'm using the Sapphire Pulse version that's right here. It's a 4 gig version, not the 8 gig version that everyone's been testing out otherwise. So this is the less expensive one. These are supposed to start at $169.99 or $170, and then of course they go up from there depending on the whether it's got a fancy aftermarket cooler and whether the manufacturer feels like it's worth more money, I guess. Okay, I'm hitting load, and I'm not hopeful that I crossed the save point. It's still giving me the same very dramatic black and white images load screen that when the game starts, which is fine, which is totally fine. We still got Borderlands 3 to play, so we can jump over to that briefly. Yeah, this is okay. That's fine. I hope you guys got a decent sample of Red Dead Redemption, because I'm moving back to Borderlands 3 at this point. Yay! Okay. Heck's going on? Okay, there we go. Yay! Borderlands 3 updated. I am launching. Borderlands 3. I have actually, yes. I mean, you saw those headshots there. I am a very, very good gunslinger. I hope you guys know that. Jay tested the 4 and 8 gig versions that had 1 FPS difference at 1080 in all tests. 4 gigs might be all you need for 1080. Fair enough. Fair enough. It does depend on the games you play, though. Some games require more memory than others. Thanks, Exit. Thanks to all you guys. If you can't stick around, if you are going to be rejoining us on Tuesday, it's going to be the last Awesome Hardware show of the year. So that should be fun. Yeah. Yay, Borderlands 3. Okay. Oh, once again, the visuals here. We're on full screen, 1080, 100% resolution scale. VSync is off. We're at damn HUD scale 1. Okay. Field of view, calibration, all that stuff, and then we're using DirectX 11, and we're currently using the medium presets. Let's see how that goes. Maybe I'll try to bump it up if. Maybe I'll try. Ah! Stupid Windows security alert. Okay. There's nothing very important on screen or anything. I'm just trying to maintain the semblance of. Okay. Alright. I forgot what I'm talking about, but it's alright. We're back in the game. Hooray! We're getting 89 frames per second. Again? Not too bad. If you're playing at 1920 by 1080 and you're aiming for 60 FPS, that should get it for you. I'm running forward now and it's dipping to the 80s. 75 now. 76. So that gives us a nice entry-level view at expected frame rates. It looks like 70 to 90 is what we're hitting right now.
I'd like to know who I'm working with.
Oh, hello.
What made
So
you
bad.
decide to be a vault hunter?
Evil dude. Oh no, there's a badass. Ah. Skags! Skags! Skags everywhere! Treat! I need a better gun. My gun sucks. No, it's a badass skag. Oh wait, no, that's not badass. This is... That's my pet. I forgot I'm the hunter guy and I have a pet. So that's my pet over there kicking ass. Awesome. Way to go, Broodless. My pet's name is Broodless? Is that a normal name for... Is there friendly fire for your pet? I would hope. Hey, level 3.
So many
Yay.
ahead.
Alright, were you guys looking at the frame rate during there? Was dipping? Right now it's 85. I wasn't looking at it while I was shooting things because, you know, I was shooting things. Hard to keep up with all that. Ooh, I gotta spend my skill points. Yes, skill abilities. Skip tutorial, I'll figure this out. Alright, where's my guard skag? Right? That's what I got. He needs that. That one's better. Right? That's what I assume. Pet deals increased damage. Sounds good. More pet damage. It's more damage. I'm not even gonna look at the other ones. Alright. Frame rate of 91 right now. Hey, there's a nice crit. Look at my pet out there. He's just tearing through.
Exhilarating!
Oh, that is exciting. Okay. Something about high noon there that I missed. Oh yeah, E is the touchpad. I can give him a nice little pet there, and then he gets excited. When I upgraded him, did that give him this add-on here? Is that what happened? It's kind of exciting. Anyway, alright, so we're getting in the 90s to 100s with these settings. Let's go ahead and try bumping them up to high. High settings. Let's forget, like, you can't click things. It says tab. Alright, never mind, you can click things. I don't know what any of these things mean. Wow, that dipped stuff down a bit. We're now down to 57 FPS. That's down a bit. I'm noticing better graphical detail and stuff now. It does look a bit sharper. But man, definitely a dip in frame rate. So it seems like you're, with this card and this game, at 1080. sounds like you're probably going to want to stick to medium settings because that's unacceptable, dipping too far below 60 FPS. You know, unless you've got something like a FreeSync monitor or whatever,
Damn.
which
That's
would
the
help.
Sun Smashers camp, and it looks like the COV got there first.
Oh.
Don't let them leave with the map, killer.
Great. Forget what I was saying. Oh no, there's more dudes to kill. And my pet is just like charging in, taking out guys.
Have fun rotting.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, obviously 60 FPS is you know, borderline acceptable, depending on how you're playing. Depending if you have FreeSync, FreeSync is gonna help out in that situation. But yeah, I personally I would just keep it medium probably. Glad I have a. Oh no, I'm almost out of ammo.
Moving on in. And
Oh no, I'm gonna die. Run away. How do I, can I call my pet back to me? Because I feel like that's what would be really helpful for me right now. Come back, pet. Come on, broodless. Anyway. Okay. You want the temporal anti-aliasing? Oh, geez. I should also pay attention if I'm being hunted down by.
Need ammo.
Alright, who cares? I got melee. No, broodless, come back. Stay away. Man, broodless is hardcore. He's all about getting the kill. Okay. Groovy. What are these? No, I can smash it. That's kind of helpful. Oh, that gave me some ammo. Give me more ammo. That's what I need more of. Or I can just let Broodless go out and kill everyone for me. That's another option, I suppose. Okay, so man, we're dipping well down into the 50s and everything. So yeah, if you're playing this with VSync, with standard VSync on, and you're playing on a 60 Hz refresh rate monitor, and oh hello. And your frame rate dips below 60, it will cut it in half. It will dip from 60 down to 30. It's very jarring. There's software options to get around that that are actually pretty helpful. Both AMD and NVIDIA have solutions for that. But I should run away because I'm not even fighting these guys. I'll just let Broodless kill him. He's doing a great job. I should check the lockers. That would also be a good option. And my, wait, what's zone map? Skip tutorial. This is why I don't know how to do anything in this game, is because I keep playing it while I'm live, and I'm like, who wants to read a tutorial right now? I'm helping out read this. He's really doing great though. I'm so proud. Proud pet parent. I love some of the text, the voice acting in this game. Pretty awesome.
I want to see what you're done.
I'm just gonna use melee as much as I can. Damn it! Melee's fun. Very visceral. Oh, can I just... Haha. Okay, that was fun too. Brutal.
I soiled myself.
Alright, good time. I soiled myself. Jeez. What's this? A shield. Do I not have a shield? Okay, I picked it up. Good to know. Alright, how's everyone doing? Yeah, this is the 4 gig version of the card, and looks like this game is maxing out at least the requested amount of memory. Out of ammo again, and everywhere I keep running into, there's just tons and tons of enemies. Broodless, follow me. Heal. Heal pet. Oh, what does that do? Oh, alright, that just like summoned him here. Well, that's cool. Good job, Broodless. Can I pet you? Or did that activate some special ability of his? I have no idea. I'm sure if I play this game when I'm not trying to stream at the same time, I might be able to figure some of this stuff out. It looks like he's hyped up right now. Is he gonna go... oh good, more ammo. Not for this weapon, though. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's satisfying. Fun weapon this is. Cool. Alright, good times. I wasn't missing. It's a ranged weapon. It's splash damage. Splash damage. Obviously, it's gonna help me out there. Okay. Things. What's this? Maybe I should follow Broodless because I feel like he's in here. It's always making me feel bad. He's taking care of stuff out there, and I'm just screwing around with my frame rates. Okay. Avenge me! Okay, this is fun times. Still getting you know, fluctuating between just above and just below 60 FPS. And it's just one of those situations where enemies keep coming out, so I keep killing them. Good times. Okay.
Reborn to the hunt.
Groovy. More guys, more guys. Stop it! Stop it. No, reloading. Alright guys, I promise there's gonna be some downtime in this game. Any second, there will be downtime. Yay! Alright, we killed all the enemies. Huzzah! Good times. Okay. Whew, that was exciting. Okay, hope you enjoyed that little bit. Sorry if the stream's a little quiet. Hey, Marixot. Thanks for joining. This game, I enjoy this game, but yeah, when I'm trying to concentrate on doing more than one thing at the same time and playing Borderlands 3, it's the type of game that, you know, you walk across an invisible line and then like it triggers a horde of enemies to come out and start fighting you and stuff. So that can be difficult. It's okay though, we got through it. We now have one more game to do some testing. Hey, Mr. Thorpe, Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, temps aren't going up that much. You know, the lower-end cards that have a lot fewer stream processors, that's one benefit they get. That's a reason they can often run at higher frequencies. They're just not going to get as hot because there's not as much going on in there. So as a result, you'll often see lower-end cards that run at higher frequencies or that run cooler, even though the cooler that they are using is, you know, pretty basic. Alright, but I'm just firing up Battle.net and going to jump into a game of Overwatch, show you guys how that's running, and then I think that will just about wrap things up for us. Yes. Overwatch currently has the holiday special event going on right now. I don't think you're hearing the GPU. It's actually down here in front. You might be slightly hearing my dog whimper because Hero's out in the other room with the door closed and he's very upset about that. But here's some Overwatch, and I got a loot box which I have to open since it's the holiday loot box. Come on, give me something good. I have one blue, and it's a stupid player icon. That's stupid. None of these are None of these are good. Okay. Let's just go play. Quick play. I'm going to be support, so it will hopefully be quick. I guess I can be tank too. Cool. Overwatch. Settings that we are using are all right here. Full screen, 1080. We have the frame rate cap off, so that'll go up to 300. And we are currently using the Ultra preset. Ultra. So we'll see how that does for us, and then we might switch out to something else later. Yeah. I apologize, guys, for I'm hearing that there is a little bit of a hum or something with the audio and the stream system over here, and I have not. That wasn't something that I picked up when I did some audio tests before I went live, and so I apologize. All of the feedback I have been getting is that it's not horrible, so I thank you for bearing with that, and apologies to headphone users. Oh, look, I am healing. I will be Moira. Cool, good times. Yeah, one thing I will say about this particular version of the card, the Sapphire Pulse, it's staying pretty quiet. I noted that from when I first booted it up. And even though I have headphones on, these are open, so I have been kind of keeping an ear out for that. If it's some, cranking up the fan speeds or anything. But you guys can see the fan speed RPMs on screen, and it's been, 800 to 1,000. I haven't seen it break 1,000, so that's good. And that is nice and quiet. So good job, Sapphire, on this card. They have, I think these are roughly the same designs they've used for some of their 5700 and 5700 XTs. And by the way, at least in the staging area here at Ultra, we're getting 110 FPS or thereabouts. I have to remember I'm healing. Die! Wait, I'm healing. No. Don't die, Diva. Can I heal Diva through that wall? I'm not sure. Yeah, you're welcome. Just gotta stop going out there and taking all kinds of damage. Just charging them to enemy teams' Ubers. And that's no good. Alright, outside of the staging area, we're getting a few fewer FPS, but not too bad or anything. Down in the hundreds, right around 100, maybe a little bit below. I need to heal myself. There we go. Oh, jeez! I just got assassinated. Long distance. Guys, the overlay on screen. Did Moira just get nerfed like recently? Because that really sucks. She's one of the players who I'm somewhat used to playing. I can also heal with Lucio or there's a couple others. Oh, that was a bad shot. Yeah, I see ya. Man! I'm just getting assassinated left and right by the snipers on the other team.
There was a flaw in my approach.
I guess I do have my ultimate right now. No. No, that was the wrong way to shoot that. Okay, I'm doing a great job so far, as you can probably tell. This is what I get for saying like, oh, Overwatch, that's the game that I might do okay at. Sometimes maybe. Woo. Here, let's charge it. I'm ulting. Go for it. There we go. All right. Hey, look, we did something good there. Yay! First capture point. Okay. Anyone need healing? Ah, don't. I hate it when the healing ball does that. Oh wow, they're really waiting for us here. Okay, in the firefight situations, frame rate has been dipping down. Of course, when there's more stuff going on screen, there's going to be more stuff going. Your frame rate might dip when characters are using abilities that are more difficult for the GPU to do stuff with. I know my words are escaping me right now. Hey G-Mobile, how you doing? So yeah, Overwatch, I'd say definitely playable. Overwatch is also one of those games that, generally speaking, they try to make it playable. With even with minimal hardware, you can find some way to play Overwatch. That said, a lot of people want to play it at higher frame rates, especially if you want to do competitive stuff. Some of the testing we did with the NVIDIA thing that they had going on that I did with Linus, where they were trying to test higher frame rate options and how it affected people and the gameplay. It was a good example of why good enough might not be necessarily good enough. If you have a 144 hertz FreeSync monitor, for example, 90 to 100 FPS might not be quite what you're looking for. This card that we're playing with, once again though, has GDDR6 memory, but it is the 4 gig version. No, I did that too early. Bad timing. I could have shadow stepped it, but
Perhaps a new methodology.
I shot it off too early. Alright. Let's try a different video settings here. I'm just going to let's bump it down to high. And again, it's going to need a restart for some of these, which I'm not able to do right now. So we'll just play it as is. Justice. No. How did you? I was healing her. She wasn't supposed to die. I like how this diva just doesn't seem to notice I'm here or anything. Alright, diva's dead. Only had to sit there and suck out her life for 10 minutes or so. Where are my teammates? Sorry guys, I'll heal, I promise. No! Hey look, the frame rate has gone up. I forgot to mention that after I changed stuff and whatever, but better frame rate now. Oh, that was so close. Stop trying to kill me. Better frame rate now. Looks like we got up maybe 20, 25 FPS by switching up to this high settings versus ultra. So good to know. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got a chance here. We got a... Oh, look, we did it. We won. Victory. I'm very proud of myself. I like to think that I helped out the team there a little bit. Always got to thank your co-healer. Shot caller. And then I generally thank the tanks. And then once I've thanked all of them, I thank the DPS. Poor DPS. Thankless job. Has to... Sat in that line for like 6 minutes as opposed to everyone else who did 2. But hey, look at that. We had a good team there. Good job there, fellow tank or other tank guy. Groovy. All right, guys. Well, what do you know? I have now been streaming for close to an hour. We've done a little bit of game testing with several different games, and I think that should hopefully give you guys something of an idea of what to expect if you're going to be trying out the Radeon 5500 XT. Once again, if you guys want to see some performance comparative benchmarks, there's some really good videos done by Gamers Nexus and Hardware Unboxed, and those are both linked down in the video description. I encourage you to check those out if you want to see how this performance compares to some other cards in the same price range. And if you want the sort of short synopsis of that, it's that these 5500 XT 4 gig, which is $170, and 8 gig, which is $200, seem like they're a little bit overpriced. It's coming in just a little bit slower than the RX 590, a little bit faster than the RX 580, and those are last generation cards, so you'd like to see a little bit more than that. I wasn't showing you guys power draw numbers today, but that is one area where these cards do shine. They're about 50 to 100 watts less power draw depending on what you're doing, and that's largely thanks to the fact that they're newer 7nm microarchitecture, which is more efficient. So again, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, and I will be adding some timestamps down in the description/comment so you can jump to the game that you want to see if there's something that you want to see. No, I did not play Halo. I'm sorry. I didn't know people were really interested in benchmark performance numbers for Halo. Is it challenging to run? I don't know how much of that has actually been doing. But guys, I gotta cut this off here. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, again, hit the thumbs up button on the way out if you enjoyed it. And I'll be back. I got a couple more videos to post this week, so stay tuned for those too. We'll see you guys in the next video.